Hello there, I'm coconutcolibri. You can also call me Bruno, and about a year ago I built myself a proper PC as I've always wanted to, and a bit after that decided to stream as much as I could for the year of 2025. I've always had an interest in making content since 2011 and was a bit more serious about it at 2013 when I made this channel. The problem then was the hardware I was working with was just plainly not enough for what I wanted to make and what my creative juices in my brain wanted to produce. So as the years went on and I tried again and again, there always was some excuse that prevented me from fully committing. So, because I finally built myself a proper machine, good enough for this job, I finally decided to commit to this idea of streaming a little bit more. Reviving this channel, whose name was given by a random nickname generator on Xbox 360 as the one that I wanted, was taken, and a PNG bird with a Photoshop coconut that I made 12 years ago. Of course, now the excuse was life itself. I'm a young adult now and don't have that much free time to play games. Usually when I would play, it would be a random game with my friends that were still online. But I would also want to play through some games that I always wanted to. So that's where I got the idea, to just stream those moments when I had that free time and make it a thing on this platform. And this is the channel that flourished. I'd like to bring you along with the things that I learned and maybe even give you some tips from first-hand experience. I will remind you though, I am not a YouTube guru that has cracked the system, so some things that worked for me might not work for you, but still I am someone who has been on this platform for a very long time and has learned some quirks and features that might help you on your journey as well. Also, so you wouldn't get bored, I'll put some gameplay in the background. This video won't be really heavily edited like some of my previous ones, so feel free to check those out. It's more of a sit down and talk type of thing. Otherwise, feel free to minimize and listen as there won't be any critical info on the screen, just maybe some screenshots for some of my points, but I'll point those out. Also, I'll go through all the big stats at the end of the video. Alrighty, so with that, let's start off with the streaming side. Is it worth streaming on YouTube when there is Twitch or Kick or other type of platforms? And I will fully say yes. If you are a small creator, even if only streaming, YouTube gives you a much higher chance of getting noticed as a small creator. Many of my viewers, or even randoms joining my streams, have said that my stream/thumbnail just popped up in their feed and out of curiosity they clicked it, and many times they even stayed. If, for example, you are streaming on other platforms, I guess most notably like Twitch, your stream most probably will be just drowned out of view for most people. So in the end, you would just still need to upload your VODs or clips on YouTube. And in that case, you might as well stream on YouTube so all of your content is readily available in one place for a new viewer. This is from past experience mainly. I've tried to stream on Twitch and most of the time, I didn't get any views. Like nobody would join even randomly. Not even one viewer would join my Twitch streams. It would be basically a ghost place with like a rodeo, I don't know, like a Texas type of thing, like floating in the background, you know, like one of those bushes, and that's it. But the moment I started streaming on YouTube, I did get some notable viewership. Of course, if you are a large content creator expanding yourself onto other platforms, it is great and plausible, but on a small channel, it doesn't really make sense. Once again, of course, if it is more convenient or by just preference, you want to use a different platform, do it. You know, just do it. At the end of the day, there are pluses and minuses on all these platforms. Just do it though. The platform won't really matter as long as you will have fun. From my experience, if you do decide to stream on YouTube, be ready to go for a minimum of 3 to 4 hours in length. There is this huge influx of people that the stream gets pushed to when it is longer than 4 hours, and I've noticed that multiple times on my own stuff, that at a certain stream length, there are more people coming in live. I'm not sure how it works, but it's a phenomenon that I've noticed quite consistently. Otherwise, my streams throughout the year haven't grown that much. I do have a few regulars now that join in. Much love to you guys for disrupting the silence. And my stream style also hasn't changed. It's just my bird in a corner with a game at the forefront. I have thought about going facecam, but in my mind, I'd like to have more focus on the game. And I feel like if I did have a facecam, I'd need to do something extra with it. But as many of my streams are after long work weeks, and as me being me, I would like to have it set up at a proper high definition level with probably some skits or something ready for that. And that's a large investment. And I won't commit to that unless this channel blows up or something. Overall, I did 59 streams throughout the 365 days, which on average comes up with a stream a week. Of course, I wasn't that consistent, and there were months where I barely streamed and months where I doubled down on the amount. And honestly, saying consistently does matter. Every time I would go on a consistent streak of streams, they would get more and more visibility. And as easily, I could lose that momentum by skipping a week. So with this info for a consistent growth on the streaming side of YouTube, from my experience, would look like this. Stream every few days with no longer increments than 4 days in between the streams. And the stream length being 4 hours plus. This seems like the sweet spot. Will I be doing this? No. I don't have the financial freedom or the time. But will I try to improve more on the consistency next year? Absolutely. Now to the videos, the big part of YouTube as a platform. At first, I did not want to make any videos and focus solely on streaming. I just didn't think I would have any time to edit. But with me doing my commitment, I thought I might as well try. So I tried with something simple, at the beginning, talking about random topics and just pulling up some random footage. It wasn't good, it was definitely rushed, the thumbnails were questionable, but I did it. And I will leave it on this platform for you to see, so feel free to check those videos out. As the videos went, I did start to invest more and more time into making them as I honed in my skills of editing, which still are not perfect, but if you compare my first video to my latest, I think signs of growth are clearly visible. Another huge growth was in the thumbnail making, which helped not just the videos but also the streams to pop up on the recommended page. In my opinion, every new YouTuber or content creator should go through this phase where they try to hone in their skills and find their own style. I've been noticing lately way too many people are outsourcing every part of their video and in the end looking just like every other video. When you edit yourself and make your own thumbnails, in the beginning it might look bad, but you will find your own style. So when you do decide to outsource some of the video making process, you have a good template and an understanding in explaining what you want. You can explain to the editors, to the thumbnail artists, what you want so they can make something that is yours. So don't be scared to make it yourself, no matter how bad you might look in the beginning. In the end, I made 6 videos throughout the year and I am proud of at least 3 of them. So I am looking forward to next year where I think I will be proud of every single one of my videos. That is the goal. With that, I'd like to move on to another giant on the platform, which is shorts content. And this is the one thing you will definitely have to do for fun. If you don't enjoy making the shorts, I wouldn't really bother. For me, myself, I have fun making shorts and looking at some specific things from a game, but the chances of a short becoming successful is insanely small. It's like not even a joke. The short space is incredibly saturated and has a bit of a problem. Dislikes. Even one dislike on a small channel is devastating. But on a stream or a video, the video will still have a chance to resurface. I've seen one dislike completely destroy a video's momentum many times, but this is most noticeable on shorts. The moment it gets a dislike, it basically dies. Because there is such an oversaturation in shorts and in that type of content, there is never a chance for that short to resurface as it gets immediately replaced by other shorts. Me personally, I've noticed that there is this moment after 1,000 views or getting close to 1,000 views on a short where it just gets a dislike. This dislike though will disappear, but the damage has already been done. And as I don't have a large enough audience to balance out that dislike, that short dies. Turns out this is a platform-wide problem with botted dislikes from the info I could find, which means the moment your short gets traction, it will get this dislike, and if you don't have the audience, it will most probably flop. So keep that in mind, boys and girls. In total, I made 9 shorts, and although their performance was questionable, I still had fun with all of them. Alrighty, so in conclusion, all the stats and the numbers that you have been waiting for. In total, my channel accumulated 18,000 views, a bit over 100 subscribers, and a watch time of 1,200 hours. For a previously empty channel, this is quite good in my opinion. Out of 18,000 views, about half of them, or 9,000, were from shorts, 5,500 were from videos, and the remaining 3,500 from the streams themselves. Although I would like to mention that most of the stream views were from after the stream ended, as the average viewership was 2 with peak at 14 views. With that, I'd like to answer the question of, will I continue? And the answer is yes. I have found something that I like to do. It is fun. I like the community. Even the few viewers that I do have, I love them all. I love the random conversations we have. And I have found my style of editing that I like and would like to further improve on. I like the vibes of my streams and I would like to have more great experiences with new viewers and the ones that are already with me. My goal for 2026 is to get YouTube partnered so YouTube can sponsor some of the games to play, as sometimes I am a little bit stingy to buy a game myself, and I've been playing through games that I didn't have a chance to play before, so I've been playing old games, but I would like to play some of the new ones. You know, I did play I have played a few of the new games, but yeah. So if you want to be part of this, feel free to subscribe and like. Otherwise, if you have any other questions that I might have forgotten, feel free to ask in the comments. And if you like the video, feel free to leave a like one more time to help out my journey on this platform. Thanks for watching.